¿Cómo estás? Welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast with Sulma, the swearing therapist. Hi, I'm Sulma Williams, a licensed clinical social worker who likes to keep it real and swears a lot. Today, I'd like to share with you what my calendar says, and it reads, if you keep doing what you are doing, you'll keep getting what you are getting. And as I was reflecting on this, it's like a lot of times we are so afraid of change. We don't like it. It feels uncomfortable. And at the same time, if we keep doing the same shit, we're going to get the same shit we've been getting. So if we are not happy with a certain aspect in our lives, or we really want to engage in changing that one thing, and it's like, well, but I'm comfortable, like I don't want to start over or whatever. And the thing is that you are comfortable, but are you happy, right? I think that when we are feeling the most uncomfortable, that's when we are growing the most. And that we reach a certain point where it's like we cannot sustain whatever situation any longer, and that's when we fucking change. And it's like a lot of times we can start implementing a smaller change so that we don't fucking explode or get to our wits' end, and then we really, really have to change it. So I invite you to reflect on a particular area of your life or situation that you are currently facing, and that you are kind of like, I don't really like this, but that at the same time, you're not doing anything to change it. And for how long have you not been doing anything to change it? And the situation remains the same. Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to be getting what you've been getting. So yes, change is difficult, is uncomfortable. We don't like it. But do you like the situation that you are in? Do you deserve better? Do you want to feel happier? Do you want to try this new shit, and then if it doesn't work out, at least not have the thought of like, oh, what if I whatever, right? Which is something that I've been applying in my life. If you remember, or if you're new to the podcast, I started my Bachelor of Social Work at age 42. I started my master's at 50. Was it because I wanted to be a therapist so bad, and those were the steps that I needed to take in order to do that. But what if I would have allowed like my fears, or like, well, you're old, like it's a lot of work, whatever. I might be thinking right now like, oh, what if I would have gone to school and became a therapist? And this is a process that started like almost, it was 19 years ago. I started school in August of 2007. And it's going to be fucking 2027 next year. Like, I cannot fucking believe that it's been that long, but it makes sense that I started the present that I'm living right now in 2026. It started in 2007 when I took my first 3 credits in college, right? Like in my English 101 class, which was like fucking 5 classes. So it was my first 15 credits, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, could I have started school at 60? Absolutely. And it's something that I am kind of like exploring here in Panama, because like going to school here is a lot cheaper than in the United States. And I might start start studying a different career here, in addition to add to my therapy. But it's like I turned 60 being a therapist, or I could have turned 60 not being a therapist. I still turn 60. What I'm saying is like time doesn't wait for anybody. So you start something, you start school, you start a new job, you move to a new house, or whatever it is. And then you start figuring shit out as you go along. Don't wait until you have all the answers in front of you. You might never take action. So what is like burning in your heart that you're like, okay, this is the sign that I needed to start whatever it is. The worst case scenario is that shit doesn't work out for you. Okay, so you're still where you started. So what do you have to lose other than investing your time? And when you start something new and the shit doesn't work out, you didn't waste your time. You found that information that this was not for you, or this is not the time for that, or you should do it differently, or whatever it might be. But the time is never wasted when you are learning something that either works out, but if you learn that shit didn't work out, that is valuable information. So please let me know in the comments, like, what is it that you have been procrastinating and you're like, okay, I think that 2026 will be the year where I blah blah blah, right? Like, is it taking a class? Is it studying yoga? Is it studying doing podcasts? Is it going back to school? Starting a completely different career, like moving countries? Like, what is it? I tell you a story. My dad, he got remarried at age 73. And my siblings were like, why are you getting married? Like, that is fucking stupid, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, like, how long is the motherfucker going to live, right? Like, I mean, like, what? He has 10, 15 years left and he wants to marry these women and he's happy. Let him, right? Like, let him be happy. Like, why the fuck do you guys care? So I said, are you happy? Is that what you want to do? He said, yes. My dad celebrated his 24th wedding anniversary, and he died of COVID at age 97. So if the pandemic didn't happen, I'm sure that he would have celebrated his silver anniversary. He ended up being the person who has the longest marriage in the entire family. I didn't even last that long in my marriage. I'm saying this to say that if he would have listened, like, oh my God, you are too old, or whatever, you are 73, what are you doing? He lived another 24 years. And he was happy with his second wife. She wasn't a fucking spring chicken either. Like, she was 68, I think, when they got married. And they traveled a lot, and they were taking vacations. They were obviously both retired, and like, they were enjoying life. And it's like, I think I take after my dad, where like, you want to fucking do something, just fucking go for it. Like, age is nothing but a number. And so if you are 60 or 70 or 25 or whatever fucking age you are, what is it that you want to do? Go ahead and do it. What are you waiting for? And I hope you feel this inspiring, because, like, you know, I'm starting from scratch in a different country at 60. Like, what? But I think I'm embodying my dad's legacy, that is like, no, you know what? You want to live on the beach, you cannot afford it in the States, fucking go where like you can afford it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So, and today, I record in advance. So today is January 10th, and today marks 1 month that I arrived in Panama. I cannot fucking believe, like, this month has flown by, and it's like, holy shit, already a month. So I invite you to take that leap of faith, to try it. And again, if it doesn't work out, at least you are not thinking like, oh, what if I would have, like, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. So let's not wait another 20 years to go for that adventure that your heart and your soul are like so eager to achieve. I hope you find this helpful. So I always say, if you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you're going to come on the other side of the challenge you're currently facing. I hope you found this helpful. Please follow me on Instagram at the Swearing Therapist. Check out my website at dragonflytherapyservices.net. Subscribe, share, recommend, and tell all your friends about this podcast in whatever platform you are listening to. And I, as always, thank you so much for the support. I can't wait to read your comments, and please let me know what you got inspired to go for after listening to this episode. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.